Alright, from where we left off, you can see that we were able to do some standardizing. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit standardized, so yeah, good. So the next thing we need to do is do some dummy, right? Alright, so we need to perform one hot and coding on the data. Alright, so the main concept is that all the rest, every title except G1, G2, and G3 are classes. You can see from here. Time is either 1 or 2, time, travel time. Their guardian mother, you can find there's a mother, father, whatever. And then we have reason, cause, reputation, etc. Failure 0. Whether they were school, SAP, I don't know what that is, yes or no. We have internet. Do they have access to internet? Do you have any romantic affairs, etc.? Right. So those need to be converted to one-hot encoding, meaning either zeros and ones. You will see that in a few minutes. And then, after doing the one-hot encoding, we need to divide data into testing and training and possibly validation. So that's the main concept, right? With that, let's begin. So we need to create a class, and a class may usually start with capital E for struct because I give it some sort of respect of what it does. So I create a function called dummy, and the dummy accepts two things. You know what? I don't want it to accept two things. I just want it to accept one thing, alright? And the data, which I'm going to call it data. Will be self dot main equals to data, right? So from there we're good. Such that now we say one hot equals to p dot concat, and then we put a bracket, let's say data p dot get dummies. That's it. Let's see data dot main and self dot main that specific field, and then pass in the prefix, and the prefix is that field, and after that put a comma, put an axis, and give it a 1. Right, from that we return one hot, but we drop field and put in the axis of 1. I think from there we will be good. This thing of returning is not good. Okay, so what I can do is say pass in the old self.main and update the new self.main. I think that's the best thing. And then we do self.main is equals to self.main. The self.main dot drop, and then we drop the field, and then we pass in axes as well. I think that will be it. So when we're testing, we're just testing, doing some data extract, passing our data, then we say extract dot dummy, and then we pass in list of title, and we just want first title. We can request for struct dot name, and we just want first 10 columns to see what happens. Okay, let's look at this. Let's just try it on all of them. Save for I in range of 30. It was hard to know. Yes, I can see things are working. So we have school.gp and school.ms. We have the sex of FSF. So you can see what hot encoding. So we have a column for age 15. So if the student was age 15, it will be 1. But since the first student was not age 15, he was he or she. It's a she. You can see it's a 1. So this female was age 18, right? So that's how one hot encoding does its job. Lovely, isn't it? Alright, so that's the only way we can get access to that. Then the next thing we need to do is since we have that, we need to divide it into testing and validation. I'll start with I will start with train test, and what I will do is say self. We need the data, not exactly because it's already that. So we need just to divide the data, right? So just call in the sample. You just need to collect our own sample, and here's when we start using NumPy. So random dot choices, and what you need to pass in is your data at first. Self dot name, and then once you passed in the data, you need to pass in your size, and passing is an integer of length of self dot main, the length, and you multiply it by 0.9, and then you put a comma and say replace equals to false. So what happens here is that self here you can just return one thing. You can return the training, right? So we can get self dot main dot allocate or lock, either one is okay, sample, and pause the sample self dot main dot drop, and you pass in your sample. So we can try extract dot train test. It's very interesting how you don't need to do a lot. Just calling the method. Confirm there's no errors. Right then there had to be errors. Okay, so here we could. I don't know if it was this one whereby we put index. I'm not sure. Okay, let me see. Print length of train set. Very beautiful. Okay, so we have that length. All right, let's print something different. Let's print something different. Okay. Because it's still a numpy array. Still a pandas, sorry. We can print the first fast 10. Yeah, right. Okay. Yep, that's how it goes. So it's 584, right? So we'll do the same. We define train validate, but should be extract. Extract from the train T data. T data. So that the first line is T data and the second one is T data. But now the difference is, since the first one is the training, 584. We can give it like 40, and then here we take away 40. Let me print test, the length of the test. $65. Okay, so in the next video we will talk about everything else.